Now, you all also need to look at my platform. There are people in the state of California that say you can't run as a conservative, that we need to rebrand the party, or we need to move the party to the center. That's just wrong. I believe in conservative principles. They're the centerpiece of my campaign. And take a look at the four basic elements of my reform agenda that make up the essence of my campaign. Now, it turns out that Meg Whitman and I strongly disagree on every single one of these. Now, campaigns are about choices, and they're about differences. The fact that we differ so significantly, that's a good thing. Presents a clear choice here. The first thing I want to do as governor is to solve the water crisis once and for all. Now, the water crisis in the state of California is man-made. That's a fact. There's one unelected federal judge that's taken over the water supply of the state of California. I think that's wrong. I think that's illegal. And when I'm governor, I'm going to sue this federal judge, meaning I'm going to take this case all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court based on the 10th Amendment, states' rights. We have the right to control our own resources. Do you agree with that? Yeah. Where's Meg Whitman on the water problem? She supports the $11 billion water bond that she admits is full of pork. Shame on her. Second thing is taxes. Second thing we need to do is cut taxes across the board. I support cutting taxes broadly and aggressively. 10% cut in sales taxes, income taxes, 10% cut in corporate taxes, 50% cut in capital gains taxes. I'm the only one running to cut taxes across the board, regardless of what you hear. Meg Whitman on the record saying there's nothing wrong with our tax structure. Meg Whitman on the record saying we can't afford across-the-board tax cuts. And she's just wrong. We need to cut our tax rates for everybody across the board so we can bring jobs back to the state of California. Do you agree with that too? Third thing I'm going to do as governor is to curb the power of the public employee unions. They have way too much power in the state of California. I support the Paycheck Protection Initiative. I encourage all of you to sign the Paycheck Protection Initiative. That initiative will make it illegal to automatically pull money out of the paychecks of the public employees to create these political war chests. I've endorsed it. I've campaigned for it. I have fundraised for it. Meg Whitman refuses to take a position on it because she doesn't want to upset the unions. That's just a fact. Now, who's with me? Should we curb the power of the public employee unions? Yes. Okay, and finally, once and for all, we have to stop illegal immigration once and for all. Now, you heard Mike Schroeder. There's some huge differences here between the two of us. Now, the fact is, I support 187. Meg Whitman doesn't. The fact is, I support cutting off all taxpayer-funded benefits for illegals. Meg Whitman doesn't. I support the fact that the governor can do a lot about illegal immigration. Meg Whitman says it's mainly a federal matter. Major disagreements. But I also want to be clear, as governor, I will do what it takes to secure the border. Now, my views on illegal immigration became cemented when I worked in the White House. I was in the National Security Council in their counterterrorism group. And hard to believe, but I started September 4th, 2001. 1 week before the 9/11 crisis. So I moved my family and I to Washington, D.C. To help build a new Homeland Security plan for this country. Now, I understand this morning Meg Whitman attacked me about my relationship with some of the national security people in the White House at that time. Now, I find that pretty stunning because as I got to the White House, the first thing they handed me was a gas mask. My family had to deal with anthrax, in Washington, D.C. We put our lives in jeopardy to help build a new Homeland Security plan in the middle of a war. In 2001, Meg Whitman, CEO of eBay, on the board of directors of Goldman Sachs, was in the middle of a major stock spending scandal. For her to attack me for my work in 2001 and 2002 to protect the national security of the country, I do find that really offensive. Why is she such in the attack mode? What's going on here with Meg Whitman? Thank you. That's a good summary. Let me just conclude that with regards to illegal immigration, our differences are great. And my passion to secure the border includes sending the National Guard to the border if I have to. If that doesn't work, I'll send the California Highway Patrol to the border. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to send the California Republican Assembly to the border. Now, let me just say, it's time for a new revolution here in this state. We've got to take this state back. The people running this state are driving it off of a cliff. Now, there's a clear choice here. I want to run this state based on CRA conservative principles. And basically, Meg Whitman doesn't. And I know that there's a lot of noise now going on with all these attacks and all this rhetoric. And I ask you to talk to the people who've been closely evaluating what I've done over the last 4 years. And when I got here, I must say, 4 years ago, you did take a chance on me. And now I've proven that I have the ability and the willingness to do what it takes to get this great state back on track. I look forward to working with all of you. Together, we will take our state back. Together, we will implement core conservative principles. And together, we will make sure that Jerry Brown retires once and for all. Thank you all very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your help and support. Thank you. Let's take California back. Thank you all very much for your help and support. Thank you all.